They walked through the rubble at gunpoint into potentially booby-trapped buildings and down darkened tunnels. Some were teenagers like 17-year-old Mohammed. Others like Abu Ali Yassin were grandparents. These 5 Palestinians, all civilians, say the Israeli military detained them and used them as human shields in Gaza.
نفوت البيوت كل مهام نطلعها نكون حاطين رواحنا بين ايدينا خايفين نموت خايفين يصير لنا حاجه منا يقول لنا قيم السجاده تقول بدوروا عن فاق عد صور تحت الدرج.
Now, for the first time on camera, an Israeli soldier is coming forward with his own account, describing how his infantry unit used 2 Palestinians as human shields.
We told them to enter the building before us. If there are any booby traps, they will explode and not us.
We've blurred his face and changed his voice because he risks reprisals for speaking out. Breaking the silence, a watchdog group which verifies soldiers' testimonials provided photographs and facilitated the interview. The soldier says a 16-year-old boy and 20-year-old man were brought to his unit this spring.
Their hands were tied behind their back, and they had a cloth over their eyes.
The instructions from the intelligence officer who delivered them were clear.
He told me to take them. In the next attack, use them as a human shield. He told me that they have a connection to Hamas.
For 2 days, his unit followed those orders. This haunting photo captures the scene, the silhouette of a Palestinian man flanked by 2 soldiers ordering him forward.
When we went to the attack, before they enter a building, we took the cloth up so they could see. In my company, one of the soldiers knew Arabic. He just shouted in Arabic, "Open the door, walk to this building," or the other.
You're using them because you think this building might be booby-trapped.
Yes, my soldiers didn't like that at all, and they refused to do this anymore.
The soldiers decided to take their concerns to their senior commander, telling him they believed they were violating international law.
The commander told this fellow, "A simple soldier doesn't need to think about international law."
He didn't say, you guys shouldn't be doing this shouldn't be happening.
He said that we need to do this. He said that our lives are more important.
So he didn't just tell you, don't worry about it. He said, keep doing it.
Yes.
Eventually, the commander relented, telling his soldiers they could release the 2 Palestinians. Suddenly, you're allowed to release.
Yeah, it made it sure to us that they are not terrorists.
In a statement, the Israeli military said the IDF's directives and guidelines strictly prohibit the use of detained Gaza civilians for military operations. The relevant protocols and instructions are routinely clarified to soldiers in the field during the conflict. But the Israeli military's use of human shields in Gaza appears to have been widespread, so common it even had a name, Mosquito Protocol. Both Israeli and international law ban the use of civilians in combat. Israel also accuses Hamas of using civilians as human shields. There is ample evidence for it. Tunnels dug beneath homes and rockets fired from residential neighborhoods.
For me, it's more painful with my own army. Hamas is a terrorist organization. The IDF shouldn't use terrorist organization practices.
And so when you hear, spokespeople for the Israeli military, Israeli government officials saying, the Israeli military is the most moral army in the world.
That's bull. Of course I don't believe that.
Dr. Yahya Al-Kayali, who worked at Al-Shifa Hospital, knows that all too well. Months after he says Israeli soldiers forced him to risk his life, he cannot shake this terrifying experience.
The soldier asked me to come. He was talking to me to English. He told me, I will kill you if you didn't enter there. I was thinking that I will be killed or die within minutes.
His brush with death, and the day he feared he would never again see his family.